What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those who are new here, hello and welcome. And for all of my returning subscribers, hey. So today we are in the kitchen, finally. This is the first time we've been in the kitchen this summer, which is like, what have I been doing? I know what I've been doing. I've been working. And I've just been extremely tired, and we can go into all of that, but we won't. So today, I have all of this produce that I need to handle like ASAP. So we have some tomatoes, we have some eggplants, we have some peppers, and so we are going to do a roasted pasta sauce. I didn't want to do strictly tomato sauce because I don't have just that huge of an abundance, but I wanted to create like a, kind of like a ragu, like ratatouille type feel. So we also have some garlic from the garden, as well as some lovely onions. And I went on ahead and grabbed a handful of basil as well. So all there is to really do is I'm going to rough chop the tomatoes and the other vegetables. I will be using a glass dish, and we set the oven for 425. So let's just go ahead and hop into it. I'll show, we'll chat. Let's get into it. So every year I'm always at a loss for what to do with eggplant. I want to love eggplant so much, but truth be told, I just don't always know different ways of cooking it. So if you have other suggestions as to what I can do with it, please let me know down in the comment section below. The two varieties that we have here, these guys are like the Japanese long eggplant, and then we have Black Beauty eggplant as well. So I'm really just trying to expose some of that inner flesh so we can get a nice crisp brown to it. Ooh, this one is like filled with seeds. I feel like I should save some, but we'll do that another day. Alright, and then the peppers, I'm just rinsing everything off as I go. I don't use any like crazy things in my garden, so I'm not too much worried about what's on them, but let's give these guys a taste because I have not tried these yet. Ooh, these are good, so sweet. So I'm just gonna again rough chop these videos up. So like that. And where's my little baggie? I'm gonna just have a bucket here going for compost. All the items that I will be putting into my worm composter. And then as for tomatoes, some of these are cold because I had to put them in the refrigerator because I didn't want any to go bad, but that'll be fine. Let's see. These guys I will just keep whole. Better yet, I'm not.
Like scarring and cracking, we're just going to cut that away, and again drop it in the compost to feed back to the soil.
Ooh, I wish y'all could smell this. Get you a little tomato facial. It smells so good. We'll allow these to cool, rest, all that good stuff before we pop these in the blender and eventually into a pot on the stove. Goes everything in my food processor, and I am just going to do like a rough chop on these instead of like fully blending. So it comes out looking like that. Oh. Because I want this nice and chunky. So now I'm going to toss in some basil. Toss in basil. I'm going to put in some red wine that I needed to use up to add some extra flavors. Give it a taste. See where we are with things and go from there. So whenever I have like some red wine that I don't love, I just add it into like a cooking sauce situation. So we'll add that in. And then again, some of the basil. Use a couple of these larger stalks. Already looking and smelling amazing. What I am going to do is add a can of tomato paste, and I'm going to do maybe about 2 or 3 cups of water just so I can stretch out the sauce a little bit. Let's do 2 cups. Add this in. Alright, so now I'm just going to allow for this to reduce and cook down for about an hour, and we'll do a taste test at that point, figure out how we need to finish it off, and I think I will can these, so figure out what I need to do as far as canning is concerned, and we'll go from there. Breaking my heart. So you gotta do yours 2 for 1. You know, you boil your water and you sanitize your jars at the same time. At least that's what I be doing. So jars are ready to be filled. All I have to do at this point is add in some lemon juice. I kind of went roughly based off of a recipe out of the Ball Preservation cookbook. this is the canning book that I'm using, and this is the oven roasted marinara with some additions, of course. So I just turned this eye off. The water is ready. We have our lemon juice, and I am adding a half a cup into our sauce, just to make sure we have enough acid. So now we can go on ahead and begin to ladle this in to our jars. What was that? Just remove any air bubbles out, giving these a swirl. Finger tight. And then I'm gonna just add this empty jar in the middle just so these babies won't move around. So this is what we are looking like, the water bath canner. I'm gonna drop these down in there as soon as they come up to a rolling boil. I will set the timer for 40 minutes.
All right now.
All right, we got our first canning project done for the year. Oh, so happy, so excited to cook with this eventually. Hopefully you guys got some inspiration from this video. If you did, please make sure that you go on ahead and continue to follow for more. I will try to find a link to the ball recipe that I used as like a loose reference for this recipe, and link it down below for you guys. If you want to see more, again, make sure that you subscribe. I thank you all so much for stopping by. I wish you health, wealth, and prosperity. Happy cooking in the kitchen. Until the next time, peace.